But me, I get dogged out all the way around. Nasty Nesto. What the fuck? I'm telling folks, man, I ain't did nothing with these folks, man. Hold on, no.
What's your name, Nesto? What's your name, Nesto?
They call me Nasty
You know
Nesto.
You know what?
What?
It's funny that you said that. You just brought back some memories. So when you said that, when I told you, I think on a couple phone calls back. Remember I told you, I said, you know what they call you out here? Yeah, you say what? And I said they call you Nasty Nestos, right? However I said it. So they don't took my voice.
I can speak to that. As to 23 CP 215407 at our last hearing, the state did move to null process or to decline that particular case. We will just revive that case in an indictment.
What's your name, Nesto?
They call me Nasty Nesto.
What's your name, Nesto?
They call me Nasty Nesto. I ain't do.
You know what?
Bougie gang, what's going on? What's for lunch, guys? What's going on? Y'all, you guys are so messy. I'm not gonna say too much, but y'all messy. Y'all super duper messy. But that's okay, I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way, okay? Reading my girl, I saw that. Y'all, we have so much to talk about. Fulton County, the Justice Department, okay? Girl, it's rats, roaches. Girl, this is rats, roaches, and rapes, okay? It's awful. It's awful. It is below standard. It is below standard, okay? Baby, it's awful. It's deplorable, okay? Okay? It's awful. You know what I'm going to say, though? Don't get arrested. Don't get arrested in Fulton County. Girl, it's awful. Happy to... You guys, yes. I'm here. Y'all are flooding my messages about the DOJ. I got you, boo. I got you. You guys want to watch that press conference? Sis was like, I was just waiting for her to say, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. Okay? Hold on. Girl. Oh, God. Girl. Okay. I'm trying to get through y'all's comments. Hold on a second. Baby. Okay. All right. There was a thirst pocket in someone's comments. One of you guys sent me a screenshot of a particular thirst pocketing in people's comments. Trying to be friends with YouTubers that are smaller but bigger than them. Does that make sense? That you can be smaller but bigger? Girl, because you pull them numbers. When you pull those numbers, okay, you can be smaller but bigger. Okay? Okay? Period. Girl, somebody who is bigger. Okay, so it was a person who's bigger, but girl, don't have no numbers over there in someone who's smaller and got all the numbers, okay? Over there in their comments, trying to be friends. But what I'm going to say is, baby, girl, I'm not saying too much. We're going to have to just keep it at that. I can't say too much. That's it. That's all. Anyway, another girl, it's not, I got legal mail, guys. I got some legal mail we've been waiting for on Hawaii 5-0. As soon as I hung up from Love Lies and Lace Fronts, girl, I got some legal mail. Oh, baby. I got the legal mail. I didn't get the video yet, but I got y'all gonna have to meet me over at Love Lies and Lace Fronts later, girl. And they took pictures in that apartment that that lady and her big Viking husband used to stay in, baby. And it's obvious. It's obvious, okay? Girl, is somebody's husband a strangler bae? I don't know, honey. I don't know. I saw something about a strangler bae reference. But speaking of strangler baes, okay? Girl, this sounds like gossip hour now. But I'm actually, this is coming from the documents. Okay? Baby, one of you guys sent me an alert, and one of the ladies last night, you remember the lady? That lady, Lakevia, girl. I'm dying because when I show you guys this picture, you guys are gonna die laughing. Girl, Miss Robin Red, thank you for supporting. Thank you for new. I might have to get something like new for our wonderful new subscribers. Okay, girl. Thank you. Thank you for coming through and supporting your girl. Okay. Last night we had to talk about this situation in Florida. We're gonna get with Nesto and them. Let me get these little items off. Okay. Girl, one of you guys literally just for y'all, it's too much going on. Okay. So y'all message me about Lakevia. Lakevia is the 6'3", 270-pound lover of this lady here. Okay. Savon Tyler. Her lady back there, they're a lesbian couple. Her lady, Lakevia, right here with the gold on and the button-down shirt, baby has open charges in Orange County. I was like, what? Girl, murder one over there in Seminole County, and baby, girl, what's the charge over there in Orange County? Girl, aggravated assault with a weapon. Let me make sure y'all can see. Girl, sis in big trouble. Sis not going home no time soon. Girl, on June 29th, 2024, ma'am Lakevia, Pringle, girl, aggravated assault with a weapon. That was violating statute 784.02, third-degree felony, and battery by strangler bae. Okay. Another third-degree felony. Baby. Just send a prayer for our lovely mommy who is missing from the family and gone to be with the Lord. Lauren, Ashley, Martin. Just keep her in your prayers, y'all, because sis was messing with some bad people, and I don't think she realized who she was dealing with. Because ma'am was out on bond. See, that's why they don't let some people out on bond. Some people don't need to be out on bond. You see what I'm saying? Girl, some people don't need to be out on bond. Okay. Sis was out on $4,000 bond, and went off 4 months later, girl, murder one. Okay. Premeditated. On June 29th, 2024, this person right here with the button down, standing with her lady with the lace front, was into the shits. Okay. On 6/29/2024, 1364 hours, I, Deputy Santiago, was dispatched in reference to a stabbing. It was later determined to be an aggravated assault. dating violence, and battery by strangulation. Okay. My investigation revealed upon arrival, I made contact with Arlisha Anderson and Lakevia Pringle. During my investigation, I determined that Lakevia punched Arlisha and choked her, restricting her airways. Also, she grabbed a knife and held it against Arlisha's neck, threatening her, saying, I am going to give you an excuse to call the police. Baby, and I think she would have had the police not intervened, because that lady is dangerous. Okay. This caused immense fear in the victim, rightfully so, that danger was imminent. Lakevia intentionally and unlawfully threatened by placing the knife on Arlisha's neck to do violence. At the time of the threat, the defendant appeared to have the ability to carry out the threat. The threat made by the defendant created in the mind of the victim a well-founded fear of imminent violence was about to take place. The assault was made with a deadly weapon, specifically a silver kitchen knife with a black handle. The victim and defendant have a continuing and significant relationship of an intimate nature, which existed within the past 6 months and was characterized by the explanation of affection or sexual involvement between the victim and the defendant. The frequency and type of interaction between the victim and the defendant included that they have been involved over time and continuously during the relationship. Based on my observations of witness statements and the behavior of the defendant, I found Lakevia in violation of FSS 748.021 1A-18, aggravated assault dating violence by Lakevia, when she intentionally and unlawfully threatened Arlisha, grabbing her by the neck and holding her by knife. At the time, Lakevia appeared able to carry out the threat. Girl, the lady is 6'3" and almost 300 pounds. The act of Lakevia created in the mind of Arlisha a well-founded fear of violence was about to take place. Also, I found probable cause to charge Lakevia with violation of the battery by strangulation dating violence by Lakevia intentionally and maliciously hitting and holding Arlisha by the neck to the point she almost loses consciousness. This occurred without Arlisha's consent. My body-worn camera was activated. No further information at this time. And fast forward, these two ladies right here took out Miss Ma'am. Okay. Okay, right here. Took out Miss Ma'am. It was written up in People magazine just the other day. Photographer was allegedly killed by woman upset. It wasn't necessarily over photos. As suspect's girlfriend live streamed attack. So this lady right here, this mommy, unfortunately, did not make it. Lauren Ashley Martin. We talked about this yesterday. These two, baby. These two, that's Lakevia on the right and Savon on the left. We talked about that yesterday. If you did not get into it, we gave you everything you need to know. Look, People magazine. Everything you need to know about this situation. So get into it. If you did not watch last night, it's very sad. And you know, this is what I'm gonna say. As far as Savon is concerned, I don't know what type of dude she was used to dating, but you know what I'm saying, girl. I think she was bisexual because it seemed like she dated men and women, right? Equally. So I'm not sure what type of folks she's used to being with. Let me say it like that. But don't think you're so special that someone who has a particular pathology is going to be different with you. It's just flipping that switch and that trigger to make them show you their personality, right? And don't think just because you down in Orange County, somebody was acting a fool that they can't come act a fool up there in Seminole County, right? So this lady over here threatening people's lives and catching felony battery cases, this goes right into the type of crime that has now escalated into people who really, you know how some people love the drama? Now this is someone who loves the drama. You know what I'm saying? Not only do they conjure up drama and they create drama in their own life, but they love to bring people. This lady, I'm not going to say she was easily influenced, but she definitely had a partner in crime. Okay? And matching herself up with this female has both of them now on murder one. Someone's dead, and murder one, you know, it's just a bad situation. I think it was probably a bad I think these two were prime to meet the person to ratchet it up a notch, and it's unfortunate because Savon may have just been a loudmouth. She might have been loose with the box and, you know, just enjoying her life and doing whatever she wanted to do. And she met up with someone who's damn off the chain. And it appears that these two brought out the worst in each other, the absolute worst, because not good. Anyway, thank you to the person who sent me that, because sis, I certainly wasn't like running to try to find additional information on this person, but you know, since I'm very familiar with Orange County, it was nothing for me to look that up because we are in Orange County at this point almost just about as much as we are in Fulton County, okay? Orange County got a lot going on, and now Seminole County. We heard about what's going on in Fulton County. We might have to do a special kind of like, okay, Fulton County, but we've been low key keeping up with what's been going on at the jail for a minute anyway. This should be no surprise to anybody. We've done about 3 or 4 videos on the shakedowns at Fulton County, the arrests of internal employees at Fulton County. We have also done reporting on some of the YSL who were involved with some of the guards at Fulton County. Fran is not fooling with us. Not, girl, it's so much news today, but we are going to take a Friday flashback. Because we talked about this early in the week, and I did not forget that we want to get a little bit of Nesto in. Nesto is lucky that I don't think he would have made it all this time that he's been in the jail. I don't think he would have made it over at Rice Street, because Rice Street sounds absolutely deplorable. And lucky for him, even though the food is not good. The part that kind of broke my heart is you never want to hear about people who are hungry. And I think that the last report that we heard about Fulton County, and people were bringing in pot pies and things like that. I mean, they don't need to have steak and potato dinners, but at the end of the day, people do need to be fed, because that can activate hangry. Okay, that can give you an attitude when you don't have enough food. That can make people fight over food, sausage for Charles. Okay, that can make people sell their food, right? And it can also activate poor health, because we know things like diabetes and certain ailments that are rampant when in melanated people and just people in general. Diabetes, high blood pressure, all of the adverse things that happen to you as a result of those conditions not being well controlled, can be triggered by your diet. We know this, right? If you know your wealth is your health, it also comes with eating properly. Even if you're overweight, underweight, eating um your fruits, vegetables, adequate protein, carbohydrates within reason, reduce your sugar, all of those things, will help you not exacerbate what could be lying dormant or conditions. You guys know this. And it sounds like the diet at Rice Street is what they said, deplorable. It's awful, right? Anyway, girl, we'll keep up with there's okay. I heard some really disgusting news about another YouTuber. Do any of you guys watch Chrissy work? I wasn't really paying attention to this. Someone brought it to my attention about a week or so ago, and I just now took a look at it. And Cushney, his name is Cushney Carter. His name is what is it? What's his name? Cushney Carter. The wife's name is Chrissy, and the channel's name is Watch Chrissy Work. And is it CRM? Wait. They call him, hold on. He has a nickname that everybody calls him. But his name is Cushney Carter. He's a YouTuber dude. Anyway, girl, he has some damn creepy okie criminal charges. Did you see that? CMR, thank you. Girl, did you see CMR has the charges? Girl. And I can't even get to them. I went to Orange County. I have registered for a sign-on, but Cushney, let me see. Hold on, let me look him up so I can at least show you guys, because there were people in the comments like, not Cushney. Oh, yes, Cushney. Okay. Hold on, let me pull him up. Girl, it's a nightmare. And I am thoroughly disgusted. I don't know what's going on, but girl, baby. Hold on. Now, let me just make sure. Hold on before I do this. Let me just make sure of the middle name. Does anyone know? I'm gonna pull the mugshot. Before I pull all this up, because it's a lot. It's 2 pages worth of things, and an open felony charge for something very disgusting. Let me get the mugshot so I know that I've matched up the face, because I don't know his middle name, and I want to be sure. Okay. But it's on some nasty work. It's very much on some nasty work. Or if anybody knows Chrissy's real name, but send it to me in a DM. And I'm talking about Chrissy Carter, Cushney's wife. But yeah, a mess. Okay. No, anyone who knows in the chat, y'all didn't tell me. She wants him home. I don't think he's allowed to go back to the house. Baby. Okay. Those are just a couple of things going on. Like, I literally got flooded, and then I got stuff going on here in the house. There's a lot going on. We're going to get to everything between now and the weekend. Have you talked about Carter, the outspoken accuser of Diddy, and his mess? A lot going on out there. It's like, girl, it's almost impossible to talk about everything. Is it Al? Well, who's Al Carter? Are you talking about the guy? Have you talked about all Carter? No, the outspoken accuser. I saw something about the woman who accused Diddy for a lawsuit with was Gloria Allred, the attorney, and she's questionable now. Chrissy had that daughter prior to them getting married. Okay, so that's not his daughter. I used to watch them before he cheated on her last year. I did like a couple of reports on Love Lies and Lace Fronts about Kushney, and girl. Oh, Ali or Ali. Okay. And is this the next lawsuit? Is that what you guys are talking about? We'll have to get caught up on Diddy. I so have kind of just been like it's a lot, guys. It really is. Especially so yeah, I just have to get my information and then, kind of decide like where we're coming from with it. But I need to get up to date. I mean, look, let me tell you something. If there's anybody out here who feels like they don't have anything to talk about, I don't even know what to tell you because baby, it's a lot. It's so much going on. Um, Yes, I was watching it already, and I downloaded the document. There's like 150-page report about Fulton County, which obviously we're not going to talk about that today. I know you guys don't really want to watch that press conference. It was, but we can. Let's watch. We talked about re-listening to Nesto's letter to Crail Lewis, so I didn't want to not make good on that promise. If you guys don't want to watch it, then we don't necessarily have to. But I've got that queued up for a listen, and then we have time. We could get into the DOJ press conference, or we could do that first. Let me see. I watched most of it this morning. I didn't get all of it because I had to. Girl, I had there's 1,000,001 stories going on right now. And I had to go live on my other channel. I just want you to have the info. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, I have it. Let me see. Do you guys know what's going on over in Fulton County at Rice Street Jail? Hold on a second. Let's listen to what was on the agenda, and then we can definitely get into that press conference so you guys can be fully aware and informed. The video is only 30 minutes. We have time. We got plenty of time. I would like to hear Chief Labatt's rebut to these allegations, or whomever is going to speak for Fulton County Jail. Is it going to be the city manager? Like, Fonnie Willis has been asking for resources to help the sheriff. So I can only see that allegations and a scathing report and substandard conditions would, especially in the capital of Georgia, should allow for emergency funding to at least handle the most immediate problems, which I would say is probably the plumbing, and then all of the rodents, pests, all of the things, and make it livable, even if they needed to get trailers out there. I mean, move some people around, get the people out of the worst areas, get some trailers out there. I know it's winter, but winter down here is not awful. Get some damn FEMA trailers out there. Do what you got to do. You know what I mean? I don't know what to say. If maybe there is adequate housing out in the county, as far as like an annex. If you can't fix Rice Street, build an annex. Get a warehouse. Get someone to come in and outfit. Do something. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do, but it's sad that they let the structure get to such bad condition that maybe it's even a tear down. I don't know what to do. It's not my problem to solve. And if I come up with the winning idea, I'm not going to get like a 6-figure check. So I'm going to keep my mouth shut because I'm tired of giving out ideas for free. It's Fulton County's problem to solve, and they need to figure it out. There's too many options out here. You know, they might need to look at who they have that are nonviolent offenders, people who have the most chance of kind of they fucked up and they need an opportunity to get out and do right. Let them out. I mean, I don't know what to say. And I'm not talking about the rapists or the nuisances. I'm talking about people who might be a victim of poverty and just don't have the money economically to get out, and their crime is not egregious, and they are okay to get back to work, be productive, report to court, handle their business, or get them in those diversion programs. I don't know, but warehousing people indefinitely is probably, they're not equipped to do that. So anyway, we'll talk about it in a little bit. Let's have a laugh or two. Let's check in with the internet's favorite jail couple. Okay. If you love the internet jail couple foolishness, well, I got something for you. Okay. We're going to take a trip down memory lane because I'm still waiting for some legal mail. I had to I didn't complain, but I had to send a note that I didn't get my legal mail like from last week. So I don't know. There was a series of holidays. There was election day. I don't know what the other day. Farrah had 2 days off last week. She had a day off this week. I don't know if all of that in combination like slowed down the mail, but I'm waiting for some legal mail. And anyway, okay. All right, let's get into this and then we'll get over to Rice Street, okay? It's human rights. Yeah, they need to do something immediately. They need to have boots on the ground right now trying to evaluate what sections immediately need to close and how to shift around the population, identify like the least likely to reoffend and the ones who can immediately go back out, resume their jobs. They're not a threat. Let them go and get them onto some type of diversion or get them their court dates. And maybe they need to go ahead and get those extra judges back and have the 24-hour court and get these cases pushed through and handle the business. They need to handle the business. I mean, I'm not saying anything that no one else hasn't already said, right? Okay, mail is a day behind. Mail is like, baby, come on now. I know we have a few postal workers, letter carriers in the midst. So yes, thank you for that update. All of our wonderful workers of the United States postal system. I mean, y'all, thank you for all you do. Okay. All right, let's get into it. We're going back, guys. This is somewhat of a classic. This one is from September 26, 2023. Let's get back into it because this one was so funny. In all of the bad news that we have watched recently, we need a little bit of a laugh. I don't know if this is when Nesto had his mediocre stroke. Like, let's take a look and see what's going on here, okay? You guys comment down below. It's giving mediocre stroke.
Visit is from September 26th, 2023. You will hear Nesto read a letter that he wrote to his attorney. He also tells SONYA a few things about his ex-wives.
What's up, Shay? Okay, did I put this in the description box, guys? On Facebook. Hey, Facebook. What's going on, y'all? This is a video. This is Ernest Williams and his side piece, Miss Waller. Girl, I'm sure he liked that view. Look at him. He's so nasty. He loves Sonya's silhouette. Okay.
His attorney. He also tells SONYA a few things.
Wait, let's see. Look, he's being perverted. She's like, look at my tits.
Take a listen.
Look at my tits, Nesto. Guys, we are getting ready to react to a video. This is Ernest Williams. He's been in jail for quite some time. He's on RICO charges in Fulton County. He lucked up and got housed over in Cobb because Fulton County is a mess. Rice Street Jail it's on the list of the DOJ's worst local jails in the country. It's awful. And we're going to talk about that in a minute. But luckily for him, he's over at Cobb County. And because of that, girl, we got these visits. Okay. And that being said, Nesto is very upset. He has something, he's reading to SONYA a letter that he wrote to his lawyer. So what's he doing? He's talking about the case. He's talking about his case. Nesto has court coming up in December. We just had a changed court date, and they were supposed to have court. They did not have court. So that's where we are right now. Nesto has a serious RICO. And I feel like that's everything. If you are not caught up on this, get into the playlist. Not later, but now. Get in there now. Okay. Get caught up. The trial is coming soon. All right. I just put the link in the description box. If you don't see it, refresh your screen. Refresh. Phone Calls from Prison is a YouTube channel we love to watch. I just dropped the link for you guys, and it is in the description box. If you would like to watch this uninterrupted, you can do that. Okay. And make sure to drop them a fresh comment and let them know what's up. What's up? And I'm back. I'm back for another visit. Okay. All right. Let's get into it. And let's hear what maybe we didn't hear the first time, because a lot of times it's good to revisit some of these videos, because what we didn't know then what we know now, right? This visit is from September of 2023, but this was published February 24th. And I bet you I haven't watched it. Well, I have watched it since then. I'm not going to lie. Probably a few months ago, but this is by special request. So let's get into it, guys. Let's get into it. Okay. Is she gonna stand up? She said, "Look at my tits." What, wasting valuable visit time? They told her tits were showing too much. Is that what they did? Did they tell her to they told her to go put her jacket on to not show her tatas? You gotta be kidding me. The people, I think, are messing with her, because I have specifically heard and seen far worse. There's no way. Why would they tell her to go put on a jacket? Let's see what they say. I don't remember this.
Oh, you look so cute.
Okay, why you at? It's colder now?
No, they said my shirt was see-through.
They said my shirt was see-through. SONYA, you are too old. You are too big age for this nonsense.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah,
She was trying to show some little nipples and stuff, I guess.
Okay.
They said my shirt is see-through.
Oh, I just got to cut all the way off. I told you that.
Oh, look at your glasses. They fit your face. You're not all little.
Oh, okay. Well,
His side piece. Hey, Mocha.
Yeah.
Hey, Vic. Hey, Jay Blake. Hey, TD.
Really
Carla.
I didn't fit your.
Hi, Bougie Gang. What's going on? What are you guys eating for lunch? Drop it in the comments. Now that the DA is drilling down on YSL, they are about to zero in on Nesto and his boy body side piece. What? Okay. I wonder if he would have survived. I don't know. I mean, he is Fulton, but to your point, Rice Street, maybe not. Maybe not. It's quite violent, right? Look, I don't wish anything bad on anybody, even them crazy girls who killed that lady. I don't wish anything bad on anyone. If you are in the custody of the state, you should be taken care of with dignity, even if you are a deplorable person, because that's what we don't pay taxes to have jail systems torture people and have them hungry. You know what I'm saying? Like, as hard as we work and as much money is taken out of our checks first, we don't even get to make the decision. Money is taken from us to help keep things afloat, and we're paying for these things. Give the people a decent meal. They don't need to have a 5-course dinner, but feed, you know what I'm saying? We don't need something happening and someone ending up in the jail and they're getting stabbed and raped and they're exposed to bed bugs and all kinds of nasty shit. Yes, it shouldn't be a 5-star hotel, but what are y'all spending the money on? Because there's plenty of money being collected every single day. Where is the money going? And why is this building in such bad condition? You've got understaffing. You've got them contracting to staffing companies and invoices are not being paid. I mean, it just makes you wonder, is there some misappropriation of funds? Where is the maintenance? Why hasn't the building been made? Like, why would the building be in such bad repair that it's gotten to this? Where is the regular and continued maintenance, right? It just makes you wonder, like, where's the money, right?
Face. They're not all tight.
Curry shrimp, I love that.
Short. All right, they're perfect. The other one's a little short. But those are perfect. They fit your face. I kept looking at the picture, like looking at the glasses, looking at the picture, like they're gonna look right on his face. But yeah, it does. Because they're not too small.
They're not too small. Okay.
They're not too big, they're not too small.
Okay, you look very nice today. That hair growing all the way out, ain't it?
Do I have the right?
Yeah, it's growing.
Okay.
Yes,
Well,
this is the one.
A letter here.
This is my favorite. This is one of my absolute favorite episodes.
Okay.
Real fast. You don't have to comment. Just if you don't need to, but let me go ahead and read it on out to you.
Murder case prices.
Mr.
You gave me murder case prices.
So I appreciate you coming to see me.
Girl, let me do this. Hold on. Let's set the mood right. Hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up just on the overlay. Can I get a thumbs up on my overlay work, please? Girl, if the overlay is popping, let the thumbs up be dropping, okay? Girl, just on some artwork, can your girl get a thumbs up? Okay?
Me and keeping me informed of all my cases. I understand what is the
Fit your face. You're not all
It's like, damn, and he started reading so fast. It's like, Nesto, slow down. Should I make it on 175? Let's put on 75 and see what happens. Just for giggles. Just for giggles.
tight. Because that one's
Sonya's
a little
probably
short.
gonna sound drunk.
All right, they're perfect. The other one's a little short.
It's giving
But those
mediocre
are perfect.
stroke.
They fit your face.
They
I
fit
kept
your
looking at the
face.
picture, like looking at the glasses, looking at the picture, like they're gonna look right on his face. But yeah, it does. Because they're not too small.
They're not too small. Okay,
They're
I
not too
appreciate
big.
it.
They're not too small.
Girl, they sound like I'm not even gonna say it because y'all run me off of YouTube if I say what's in my mind.
That hair growing all the way out, ain't it?
It's growing all the way out.
Yeah, it's growing.
Your edges ain't ate up anymore.
Well, I got a letter here. I'm gonna read it out to you.
Okay.
Real fast.
Wait,
You don't
wait.
have to comment. Just
Hold on.
if
What's
you
it gonna
don't
sound
need
like
to,
on
but
5?
Let me go ahead and read it on out to you. Okay.
Mr. Such, I appreciate you
Such,
coming to
such.
see me and keeping me informed of all my cases. I understand what is the process that I'm going through. Also, I want you to hit. I believe that you forgot how I was introduced to you and how I met you. Let me make something clear. My last lawyer that I had was such. That's the white boy. I've been knowing him 20 years. I've been doing business with him, and also I have referred him business as well. Once I sat down with you, you convinced me that my case was nothing but a misdemeanor, no problem. So I proceeded to remove the last lawyer to bring you on to my cases. You convinced me. You convinced me that.
See, I think listening to it a little slower. Nesto low-key talks fast when he thinks he doesn't want people hearing. So slowing it down, even though it makes him sound a little, I think you can actually understand a little better, right?
I was not guilty.
Girl, look at Sonya. Looks like she's about to fall asleep. Sis, did you smoke a blunt or something? Look at her. Look at her. Either she's praying like in Jesus' holy name. How'd I get here? How did we get here? Girl.
You saw it was not a proper cause for them to charge me.
Y'all, does she look asleep or what?
The way they charged me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You superseded and said that you wanted
You superseded.
$35,000. My last lawyer charged me $15,000. That was $15,000 more. That was $20,000. That was $15,000 more than my original. To me, that was a murder case charge price. It was a murder.
Can we talk about a murder case charge price? It was a murder case charge price.
Case price. It is not my concern that you don't have what you need to properly represent me.
Represent me.
You clearly stated you had a law firm. Your law firm was top notch, and you've been doing this over 15 years. Now we're getting to the 10th month and 9 days. I've listened to you for 10 months and 9 days, and I have no results. I have not been indicted. I have not been indicted. I have not went to a preliminary hearing. I have not.
Why would he think he didn't write this letter? Because why would he stumble over preliminary hearing and almost say probable cause if you're actually reading from the paper? The paper either says preliminary hearing, preliminary hearing, or probable cause. Oh, preliminar. Oh, excuse me. My bad, Jay Vickers. I mean, duh. Girl, duh. Why didn't I think of that? Okay. He's freestyling. It's Freestyle Friday for Nesto. Okay. Absolutely. Okay. My bad. Y'all, why was I trying? Girl, I'm just sitting up here trying to think with my logical brain. Girl, let me get back. Girl, let me get back to the illogical. Let me get back to the nonsensical. Okay. My bad. My bad. Thank you. Thank you for bringing me back. Okay. Yes.
Went to a preliminary hearing.
Won't Bougie thing do it?
Hold on. What did I say?
Can't reach on.
No, he cannot read his own writing.
Right,
You know
buddy.
that.
Yeah, okay, no, listen to what I'm doing over here, and they call me y'all card. Okay, I have not went to a plea. I have not received a plea. I have not even seen any documents that they had any evidence on me. If it come down to a plea down to a misdemeanor, as you so what said, then I will take that. But if not, I'm not taking anything. That's because my counsel said that it was nothing but a misdemeanor that you showed me on the computer in the conference room. I don't see. I really truly don't understand why you're asking me for more money that we haven't got to those rules and procedures and probable causes.
We didn't go to trial yet. The original.
Those rules and procedures and probable causes. It's really sad. He has little to no vocabulary. He's really out of his league in this. It's a shame.
Agreement was for trial.
Yeah. Also, if I am charged on your contract, you say if I'm charged with the aura, you understand what I'm saying?
Aura. If I'm charged with the aura.
If I'm charged with the R, then it would be an additional 40,000.
I'm charged with the R.
35,000. Complete would be 70,000.
I thought he didn't do X crimes.
We ain't got that far. We ain't got that.
I'm just saying though, why would he charge you if he doesn't do that? Why would he even quote you?
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Why are you quoting me when you said you don't do that?
Right. No. We ain't talking about the big boy. We ain't talking about the first big boy I got. We're not talking about that.
Talking about the R case.
Yeah, the R case. So he quoted that for the R case. Okay, then I got down here.
Right, go ahead.
All right, then I got down because after our last meeting, I got here. After our last meeting the past Friday, I asked you, do you deal with these R cases? You clearly say that you don't. You have never done a R case, and it sounded like to me you was trying to push me off to another lawyer system. That means that public defender. He's trying to push me off and get them to run the case. So I said that it's truly.
What was the point in saying another lawyer system? That means public defender, which I don't think he wrote that means public defender, but you're trying to put me off to another lawyer system. Isn't lawyer enough? Like you're trying to push me off to another lawyer. Be them employment or appointment, okay? Is not relevant. It's just the fact that you're not trying to take the cases and you want me to get a court appointed, okay? But I've paid you, or you've been paid by my wife X number of dollars, and I'm gonna need for you to work on that. Like work on what you can work on because you've been paid.
Obvious that you do not have.
Nesto is really just stupid, and he lost Shirley's money based on his stupidity. And Shirley, it's not so much Shirley's fault, but the fact that I think she paid the money and just like that's the lawyer's job. I'm going to let the lawyers do the work, which is what a supportive spouse should do. But also, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think him being nervous. I think some of his guilt is also demonstrated by the fact that he is so nervous about this case. And how is it that you, even though these cases are much larger and more complicated than what he'd faced prior, why couldn't you just sit back and let Bimal Chopra do his job rather than be all nervous about it and crazy about it? And let SONYA come in there and mess up. And look how she looks like she's just asleep.
Equipment, the personnel, the staff, the update system to handle any of my cases. I'm not really concerned about what's coming up next. That is not your problem. That is not your fault. I am fully prepared for that. Even if I do not need a representation of a private lawyer until I am indicted. That means that this is how they get you. They get you, I could take care of it, and you sitting on, you want to get paid. You pay them, and you sit here for fucking months before the real deal start kicking off. Okay. I also told him that I was reaching out to my pastor. To have a general conversation with him. And I took, hold on. I wrote so damn much.
Not that he said, hold on. Who is he calling? Is he calling? Well, we know he on the witness list, is it Jasper Williams? He's on the witness list. I don't know if Nesto ever reached out to him or not. Like, just to be honest, he said he was reaching out to the pastor, but we don't know if that actually happened.
Change this shit 50
and I don't even know if that's who he calls pastor, but Jasper is the one that married them. You guys remember, take a look right here. Wait, it's over here. Hold on.
But me, I just dogged out all the way around. Nasty Nesto. I'm telling folks, man, I ain't did nothing with these folks, man. Hold on, no.
What's your name, Nesto? What's your name, Nesto?
They call me Nasty
You know
Nesto.
You know what?
What?
There's the pastor right there, but I don't know if that's who he calls pastor.
You said that. When I told you,
Pastor look happy at that wedding. Okay. For someone who's married a lot of people, he sure did have the giggles when he saw that kiss, huh?
To get all the statements cleared up. Yeah, so basically what I told him that
Nesto, you're just freestyling. You are not reading nothing on no paper. You got to be kidding me, sir.
this is how they get you. They get you, oh, I could take care of it, and you sitting on, you want to get paid. You pay them, and you sit here for fucking months before the real deal start kicking off. Okay. I also told him that I was reaching out to my pastor, to have a general conversation with him. And I told, hold on. I wrote so damn much. I done changed this shit 50 damn times.
The fact that he says I wrote so damn much. SONYA looks like she's about to fall asleep.
To get all the statements cleared up.
You think his paper's blank? He's
so
just freestyling.
I told him that he need to go ahead on and get these charges. If he wants to
It's like, are you reading a letter or did you take some notes?
clearly get off these cases,
Girl, Mother Jefferson sleepy.
Put into that fast speedy trial. Put in for a fast and speedy trial. Then we'll move forward from there. If you want to get off, I got to go to a jury trial. You want to get off, then you have the option to stop representing me. Then I'll move to the next level. Then you understand? So yeah. So in that case, for that fast speed trial, I know it takes up to 90 to 120 days before they even have to answer to that. I know that. You understand what I'm saying? So that's kind of basically it right there. I just broke it down to them. How I feel you fucking me around, asking for more money, that you don't do these things.
Can't believe he asking for more money though.
No, let me break down.
He ain't gonna work through half of that money. He ain't work through a quarter of that money.
Thank you.
He hasn't even done $10,000 worth of work.
Thank you. So I got it right here. I signed it. I got everything. Yeah, I got it all together here. So I just want to let you know what's going on. So I already sent the copy.
What do you file? 2 motions?
That's it.
And made 4 appearances. You ain't went through $10,000. Your hair look good.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
SONYA, stay your little hot ass on track.
Yeah, I'm cut out. I look the same. I look the damn.
Look at all that paper. Hold on a second. He had the nerve to take off his glasses, y'all, looking stupid. Look at that damn paper he has. And whoever said his papers are blank, he has all those papers folded up looking dirty as hell. Girl, he looks real dirty. Okay?
Yeah, I look the
You
same.
look the same. You look younger.
Huh?
No, you look way older than your same picture. But you look younger.
Yeah, I know it.
You was looking like an old fucking man in that picture. Oh, gosh.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
Yeah. So right now, and that's kind of it. I'm this right here. I'm gonna give it to him. Let the little girl read it to him, because obviously you don't have what you need. But you're telling me that you need it.
He was supposed to do all the fucking with all of that stuff. But he should have did all of that shit. He didn't do nothing.
He did nothing. And now he's, well, I gotta. If you go to jury trial, and I gotta get somebody. No, bro. No. So what I did, I already sent this off to the son. I sent this and the contract, so you'll get that. You get that from. You understand what I'm saying? So you can read proofreading of all that. Oh, I did tap in. I left my other page. I did tap in that they dropped these charges, but that's not giving you the opportunity to say, well, I'm done with that case, those 2 cases. No, you're not, because they're gonna come back up.
It's gonna come back.
Yeah, that's not real. None of that's real. Oh, we'll worry about that. You know, I ain't gonna leave you, but I think you need to get somebody to go ahead and push them. Hold up, bro. You got me fucked up, and he didn't come yesterday, so he probably come today. Cause he was mad because I called Friday. That's why he came.
How he gonna get mad when you pay for his services?
Hey man, hey, all I'm saying is, hey, I let him know I'm on. I got some other shit, but I didn't read it because you know. Yeah, to let him know how that I'm not. See, what he think he can do like the other two, get away. No, I got some shit in here.
He can get that money up. He can go get that money up.
But he ain't got that.
Because I could put 15. I could put 15 on a new attorney.
So
and get a
when
new
he
attorney and make
says
payments
stuff,
like that ain't shit.
hold on a second, my bad. So when he said something about the case got dropped, but that's not real because they're going to bring them back. How is it that you didn't know that it was coming back? Like, how did you not know?
Because they're gonna come back up.
Yeah. So how are you? So when the cases did come back, hello, you know how he made like a big damn deal about the cases being dropped, and I thought they were going to be dropped. I thought they were going to, how'd they bring them back? Why did you wait all this time to bring this back or do this or do that? But in September of 2023, you already knew that they were going to come back. It's funny to me how like selective he can be on his outrage. Girl, he said he was shocked. How are you shocked when you knew the charges would come back, right? Like you seem to already know that.
Oh, I did tap in. I left my other page. I did tap in that they dropped these charges, but that's not giving you the opportunity to say, well, I'm down with that case, those two cases. No, you're not, because they're gonna come back up.
It's gonna come back.
It's like he knew a lot of things, right? Like when he pretended to not know about those other charges, and we had all the paperwork to show that he had already gone to the first appearance. I forgot what we were talking about. Maybe about in the last 6 months, there was a situation. Phone calls started doing a series of a particular time where this was before the RICO. Maybe this was something about the SA charges and when Crail notified Shirley and how he tried to pretend like he didn't even know about the SA charges. And he also tried to pretend to SONYA that he didn't even know about the SA charges, but he found out. It was like he was mad because Crail told Shirley about the SA before he could. In actuality, I think he was mad because SONYA knew. I think he was just embarrassed that basically everybody knew and he didn't have a chance to break the news. So when SONYA said she knew, which was a lie, because when SONYA said she knew, she couldn't have known. She said she got on the website and was looking up documents, but I found all the documents that showed there's no way she could have known. They weren't posted until like a day or two later. We debunked all of that. I can't remember what the time period was, but I know that I'm not sure how I titled them, but it's obviously in the playlist. But yeah, he's always pretending like he doesn't know something, but this is like the second or third situation where he knew, and he just said, those cases that got no pros, they're gonna come back. Come on now. Thank you to was it Petty Patty? Thank you, Petty Patty. I appreciate the membership. Thank you. A mess, right?
Yeah, that's not real. None of that's real. Oh, we'll worry about that. I ain't gonna leave you, but I think you need to get somebody to go ahead and push them. Hold up, bro. You got me fucked up, and he didn't come yesterday, so he probably come today. Because he was mad because I called Friday. That's why he came.
How he gonna get mad when you pay?
Thank you, Lady Yvette. I appreciate you, sis. Thank you so much.
Pay for his services.
Hey man, all I'm saying is, hey, I let him know I'm on. I got some other shit, but I didn't read it because Yeah, to let him know how that I'm not. See, he think he can do like the other two, get away. No, I got some shit in here.
And Rick gets him, he can get that money up. He can go get that money up.
But he ain't got that
Because
kind
I could
of money.
put 15. I could put 15 on a new attorney and get a new attorney.
Sonya, you better stop with that fucking lying, girl. You don't even have $15. See, and another reason why Nesto got cheated out of his money is because technically, I think Shirley, not even I think, we know Shirley checked out. Not to mention, Shirley is a hands-off type woman anyway. Shirley's busy with her busy ass Steve Harvey job. Okay. I'm sure Steve Harvey makes them folk work. Okay. So she's busy with a very busy type job. Also, where your look is important. She's going for her walks. Her self-care maintenance is part of her job. So taking good care of yourself, looking nice, getting your sleep, making sure your hair's done, making sure your nails are done, making sure your home office is together. So when you go live, okay, you don't have any problems. All right. On top of that, I think she just wanted to let the lawyers do the lawyering, and she did the spouse support type thing by paying his bill. She did her part. She expected the lawyer to do their part. Nesto lost his money because Nesto was out here doing the wrong shit at the wrong time, dealing with the wrong people, and God don't like ugly. And he had that lady, this chick on the screen, all up in his business, and he fucked off the money. Okay. And he didn't get the right result for all of the coin that she put out. Because, if Shirley had been more interactive with Crail, would he have still cheated them out of the money? Possibly not. And Shirley really probably could have just been like, look, I'll give you a down payment. But she went ahead and prepaid everything because of Nesto's stupid ass. I think Nesto, we already know this and we've talked about this a lot. Nesto wanted all of this stuff paid for because he was so enamored with SONYA. He was planning his exit and it backfired on him. And he ended up with lawyers being paid far more than for the work that had been done. And it's just too bad, so damn sad. Crail basically has gotten off scot-free. And I don't really know who knows about it. And there's really nothing Nesto can do about it. And I don't even know if Shirley's probably not even checking for it at this point.
And make payments like that. That ain't shit.
But he ain't gonna do it.
I don't know if Crail thought Boney had money. I thought he wanted to get with Boney. When he asked Boney to go on vacation with him, I don't know what made him think it, like, well, you know how she is, but he was asking her to go on vacation. I think he thought she was up for grabs.
That he's not gonna do it
because he ain't got no money because he broke his joke.
Right.
He only got quarter point cases.
Look at her calling someone broke as a joke.
Ain't nobody checking for him.
Absolutely. And that's why they trying to use their whatever to make, man, I already know what's going on. And they scared of you because they scared of you.
They're scared of you.
What I do? Oh, yeah.
They're scared.
But I ain't went there yet.
They're scared of that now.
But I am. When it's all over and done with him, he getting it. Oh, he gonna get it.
That was going on. But I feel better since I got this and go ahead and move forward. But I know if whatever's coming my way, I can't. I'm not worried about that. I just got to deal with what I got to deal with.
You gave him 30. Y'all gave him 35.
35 and 6.
And that's 6.
Oh, excuse me. And he charged me $400 for the fucking transcript. Come on.
He charged you $400 for transcripts.
For transcripts, $400 for that transcript when I went to the bond hearing.
For a copy of transcripts?
Yeah, for when I went to bond hearing.
Why he charged you for it? Because he had to go get them.
Yes.
So he charged you $400.
Yes.
So that's an extra 1,000 right there.
Yes, there
so
you
36,000.
36,000.
You need to run that. If you need to run 15, you need to really run 20 back. I don't see him.
Sonya, first of all, you don't have any money, so stop talking on Shirley's money. Shirley put those coins for her man, and you need to stop worrying about refunds and all that kind of stuff. When you can get your coins up, then you can worry about Nesto's refunds and things of that nature that belong to you. Okay, those monies will be returned back to Miss Strawberry.
I'm doing $10,000 worth of work.
I'm trying to tell you right now.
You ain't even did $10,000 worth of work, and that's what I would have wrote. You haven't even done $10,000 worth of work.
Yeah.
Why you taxing somebody 35?
So in his mind,
you could get off. You need to write me my money.
Yeah, that's it.
Because I don't have complete faith in you anyway.
Yeah.
At all.
We're gonna. Well, see, here's the thing. I gotta go by what my buddy said. My buddy said he gonna be all right. He gonna be all right. He gonna. See,
yeah, but he got in his fucking feelings. No, and then he misled us in the beginning anyway.
But I'm the victim.
I know.
I'm the victim.
That's why I backed up. That's why I said let me back up off, because when he told that lie, I said let me back up, because it's gonna be a problem.
Okay, well, I got that. So now, well, let me tell you about this other person that Miss E. You asked about yesterday. See that? Did y'all go to college together? I went to fucking Job Corps. What college?
Why did they say? Listen, that's what I'm saying. On the thing, she was talking about y'all went to college together and all of this stuff. I'm like, I don't think he went to college.
No, I never been no motherfucking college.
That's what I was saying. He said they went to college together. I was like this.
Listen, man,
I don't think he went to college.
No, man, I ain't never been to college with the fucking Job Corps, man. I met him for when I was 19. What the fuck? Them folks a year. Them folks 60, man. Them folks 60 this year.
So he called his wife Miss E. But some people who go to, I know Job Corps is not college. I know that. But I get some people, I think, call it college, but we know it's not college. But you know, it's the closest that you know, some of the people who are able to benefit and have positive outcomes from Job Corps may feel like it's college for them. Okay. Anywho, Sonya, why don't you stop asking? Like, it must be so embarrassing to have to ask a man about his past. You know what I'm saying? We women are so upfront and want to tell every damn thing about everybody and everyone. Most like you know what I'm saying? Like, me personally as a woman, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've never been the type to like be like, give me the rundown of all your bitches or everybody you were with or talked to before me. You know what I'm saying? Like, me personally, I'm the type of woman, and always have been. Once we are together, like, I'm focused on you, you're focused on me. Nobody else really exists. I don't really care about your past too much. As long as someone's not ringing my phone or knocking on my door, I don't really need to know all of, like, I wouldn't embarrass myself asking about another wife. Just ridiculous, right? Who does that? Who does that? She has no idea how to get a man, how to secure a husband, even though he's not good husband material or quality. You know what I'm saying? And most decent men will never ask you like, "Oh, tell me about your ex-boyfriend. Tell me about all of your shenanigans before." That's to the grave. You guys know my policy. It's to the grave. Just don't have nobody ringing my phone or knocking on my damn door, please. I don't need none of your past on my doorstep or in my phone. That's just obvious. Outside of that, it's all eyes on me and you. That's it.
So
that's what side pieces do, because they want to be able to gauge their They feel like they're gauging competition. To a real woman, let me tell you something. A real woman, there is no competition. If a man is with you, he is with you. You should never have to feel like you are in competition to earn your spot. That's some damn side chickery. If you're a damn side chick out here, you feel like you got to earn your place and secure your spot. A man who really wants to be with you is going to make you know you're the only one, and he's the nothing, nobody exists outside of you two and what you two are doing together. That's it. That's all.
60. Them folk, when my older was born, she ran out with the baby when the baby was 8 months old. She ran away.
Now I remember this was some foolishness, right?
Down south, and she got down there with some other nigga. I went down there, tried to get her, and
so at a certain point, she ran off with the baby, and then she ran off to go be with someone else. He went down there to go get her, and she wasn't coming because you're a bum.
South, and she got down there with some other nigga. I went down there, tried to get her, and she ran with the baby, and she filed.
Look at the old dude in the back. Hold on. Look at OG. Look at Nesto's best friend. Check him out.
And she ran with.
You see him? Look at OG. Nesto, let me find out you taking paper towels and making them into headbands, looking like the Karate Kid. Okay.
She got down there with some other nigga. I went down there, tried to get her, and she ran.
Girl. So Nesto, your wife ran off with another nigga? Is that what you said? And then you went to go try and get her, and she was like, hell to the no. Okay. Girl.
And with the baby, and she filed, you know what I'm talking about? She filed and ran out with the nigga that she was goddamn working with in the fucking plant down there in Tallahassee. Yeah. So I'm saying.
Girl, she ran off to Florida? What? So Miss E ran off with another nigga with the baby down south to Tallahassee. Ran off with the dude from the plant. Okay. Interesting. Miss E took off with someone from the plant. She took off for a working man. She took off for a man with a check. She took off for a man that gets a check on Fridays. She took off for someone who gets a direct deposit to be stepdaddy season. Okay.
Man, that shit I'm trying to figure out what. Hold on. That makes no sense. Yeah, next time I seen the baby, I was in motherfucking prison in the fucking 90s. They would bring the baby to see me in prison, and then
I wonder if that was Laverte. Is Edith Laverte's mama? Because that would be his oldest child. So Edith ran off down to Tallahassee, down south with the guy from the plant who gets a check. And then the next time he saw his daughter, it was in the 90s when he was in prison.
90s.
So she got a sister.
I can't remember. I think so.
Maybe her sister did that shit.
Yeah, might be do. But
they was talking about they went to college together, and after they went to college, I was just sitting there like.
No, we went to motherfucking job code. And on top of that, when I left job code, that next time I get a job code.
Girl, people call what is that? ECPI? Remember that school? People call all kinds of these. I don't even know what those training schools are called anymore, but it used to be like ECPI and technical this or that. I don't know. Some of those schools that were very expensive, and you basically leave with like a certificate or something. People call those schools college. I know Job Corps is not college, but for some people, they feel like that's college.
They place you to certain places. So they placed me here. They placed me here in about a month later.
DeVry, ICDC, exactly.
They put you with roommates. You don't know that part, but they're knocking on
I've
the
seen John
motherfucker.
Core before.
Okay, so they're knocking on the door with my roommate. Say, hey, man, somebody at the door. I said, nobody don't know me here. I walk in there, it was her ass. She done ran away from that motherfucking come on here to stay with me.
Oh, she bold. Messy.
Hey, man,
How you
listen,
gonna leave me, go to him, then leave him and come back to me?
No. That's way before. This is way before the baby came. This
Oh,
is
she's still
baby.
pregnant?
No, she wasn't pregnant at all. This is when the baby was conceived.
Oh, before the pregnant. Oh.
Yes. See, and
Okay, so both of y'all fugazi. Okay.
yeah, you understand? So she left there because she didn't want to go back.
Look, Edith had options. Okay, Miss E had options. That's what that's called.
She came from real poor. We're talking about some shit with poor with a tin roofs. Them type of houses with the fucking well in the backyard. That's where she came from. And she went back to that because her mom.
Boy, nowadays, girl, let me see if you have a metal roof on your house. I mean, some of the modern farmhouse and a well in the back. I mean, okay.
Mama drove her fucking crazy.
He said they were poor. Tin roof and a well, probably outdoor plumbing.
Crazy. Oh, you got to hire my house. And she felt guilty and fell back into that. Well, you know, I want to let my mama down. Went down there to the bullshit, and she been in there ever since. Took the baby and ran. And I ain't see the baby no more until I was in fucking prison. Yeah. So that was saying, hold up. Now I done did a whole lot in life. I done did a lot of accomplishments. So you trying to do this?
That must be Laverte's mother, because when all that came out and he asked Laverte, did you talk to your mama? Did your mama talk to the press or whatever? No, that doesn't sound like my mama.
This ain't making. That's why it didn't make no sense to me. But I didn't want to speak out. I didn't want to speak on it then.
Right, because they can pull those. But yeah.
So I didn't want to speak on that shit then. But I was say, what the fuck you talking about? So no, I don't worry about none of that shit. that right there, that's I'm not gonna hurt a person that don't understand the system. No folk don't they scared of that type. They don't know about that this ferocious shit going on with this internet and all. They're scared of that shit. So yeah.
Yeah, they kept saying, "Oh, they still married," and she said they still married. She the only wife he ever had, and I was like,
"No, them folk. Listen, them folk were been."
Why would she say that now? She should have said something then at the other wedding. That's when you would speak out.
Thank you. Hold up. Here's the killing part. Well, my other kids, my mama. Come on, so what you talking about? That ain't you. That's what I'm trying to say.
Right, you got the first baby, and I had all of these other ones.
Okay, so what are we talking about?
Right.
Yeah, they ain't talking about
that's just the lies they telling.
Yeah, they ain't talking about when I had to come out of prison. I had to go fight for my daughter because she gave my daughter up to my other baby mama. That my other baby mama convinced her to goddamn let her stay with her because she had chromosome cancer. Yeah, she had cancer at the age of 18. Yes, so motherfucker don't know what the fuck you talking.
Okay, this is some complicated stuff. So, Edith,
I don't be listening to that shit. Yes. Yeah, them let her stay with her because she had to my other one had to come out of prison. I had to go. They ain't talking about
that's just the lies they telling.
Yeah, they ain't talking about when I had to come out of prison. I had to go fight for my daughter because she gave my daughter up to my other baby mama.
Okay, so Edith gave Laverte to another baby mama.
Other baby mama convinced her to goddamn let her stay with her because she had chromosome cancer.
Because who had chromosome cancer? The other baby mama or the daughter had who had chromosome cancer?
Yeah, she had.
It's giving mediocre stroke.
Cancer at the age of 18. Yes, so motherfucker don't know what the fuck you talking about. I don't be listening to that shit. I know what's going on, man. I know these character people that I'm dealing with. Come on now. And I don't put nobody down. I get a chance you got now, here you go. Yeah.
What in the hell is he talking about?
They don't really want to fuck with my son mama, boy. She got that mouth, boy.
Who? Dion's mother or the other boy who the one thou shalt not be talked about? Because he's got 6 kids and he only talks about 2.
She got that mouth.
Dion mama.
Boy, she got
does
that.
she? Oh, that's where Dion get it from.
She got it. No, he got that from both of us. He got the fact from me, but he got the other shit from her. Yeah. The manhood from me, but no, she got that. She got that, boy. She got that. She's straight hood with hers. Straight hood.
Dion's mom is straight hood. I'm not surprised.
You said she's straight hood. You like
straight
that?
Hood. She's straight hood with that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, B. Williams. She's in a wheelchair. Okay.
That case won the case. That case was.
Okay. Probably Dion's mom has the mouth. Yeah, he said Dion's mom.
That case was. I ain't want to talk about that shit. That case was just. I got in my heart. Well, you got a baby coming and everybody. She was going to college and all this shit. You know how that shit go. My mom and them don't think I'm just. That'll convince.
That was the second wife, right?
Yeah, that's a convincing shit. Mark. Yeah. So I don't really give a fuck about that. And the other one I got married to, she old.
I saw a picture of her. Carol.
Yeah, so I don't really care about that shit. Ain't no one to tell you, goddamn. I'm the type of person. I'm gonna handle my business, and I'm not gonna think. I'm not no poor nigga. I don't think for it. I got to have what I got to have. Everybody got to live the way they got to live. I'm not on that, and I'm not taking care of everybody else. Should have been doing that before I came along. Yeah. So
as long as you're out here being right, that's all that matters.
Hey, I've been doing right. They ain't get what they doing. They stand in a fucking ragged ass fucking apartment, looking at the window with them small apartment windows, small ones,
small dirty windows. He pulling up.
Yeah, that ain't my fault. That ain't my motherfucking fault. Shit, we all old now. Shit, I'm just locked up right now on some technicality. It ain't my fucking fault. But my spirits are picking. My spirits are picking up. It's picking. It was down, but shit, it is what it is. Coming to the light right now. So my program is this way it is right now. Maybe run it down so you can clearly understand where I'm at, and you can see my face when I'm talking. My clear understanding is this here. I know I go to court. Wait a minute. Let me get it right. Let me get it straight. I know for the pornography shit, they got to take me to court once that fast speech trial is put in on January the 13th. My problem is how I'm going to get my lawyer that's going to listen is a fucking public defender that don't answer the fucking phone now to do that.
I'm going to call Pamela. I'm going to call her
okay.
Boss, whatever that person is to her.
So then on top of that is, I know I get a bond hearing again for today because every 90 days. So for that,
I emailed her that.
Okay. Then I know I go for another 90 days on the 16th for, that'll be next month on 16th for the charge I just got. That'll be 3 months. So I go for again. That's Hannah too. Okay. Then on top of that, I know for the big charge, I know by January the 10th, they had to give me a bond. That's 6 months. I've been sitting here 6 months. 6 months. So they had to give me a bond by then. If they don't give me a bond anybody, I know by the 10th of July, that'll be.
Whatever he's got, it's over $2 million. It's like 2,100,000 something. Yeah, he got 800,000 on the photos, right? And then it was 405 on the sexual assault and the RICO. So it was like 1.2 million between the sexual assault and the CP. The RICO totals up to over $1 million. He's well over 2 million now, guys. It's a mess.
1 year I put in a fast speed trial. They got to take me to trial.
Yeah, on that one.
Well, when your tight suit wearing attorney was asked, "Are you ready to go?" he said he needed more time. So bloop to your fast and speedy. But I mean, it's fast and speedy to a certain degree because things are moving now. But damn it, it's been almost 3 years. By the time, who knows in January if we're not going to be looking at court in the summer. You never know. I mean, I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen, but it's been it's been well over 2 years at this point. Fast and speedy trial is out the freaking door. And then he still has 2 other pending cases, which are the sexual assault and the photos. This man is going to be tied up for a very long time.
Yeah, so I know where I'm going. I know I have to use public defender to that because the lawyers can't get you in court no faster. The only faster they can get you in is a speedy trial after that year. You understand what I'm saying? So I know that. So getting the lawyer to the end of now, and you saying other things can work past that, I can't see that. Maybe you see something I don't see. You see what I'm saying? But it's nothing. It's nothing I can do but get a bond and get a bond reduction.
She's over her head. He knows more than she does.
That's it until these time limits is up. But I also know these other cases that I got with the man lawyer, he can't put a fast speedy trial in right now that's gonna handle that shit. If they indict me with those charges, if they indict me with them charges, only thing I can do now is get a reset for a bond for that R charge. If they put me in all them charges together. You understand? That's where I'm at right now.
That's where you at?
That's where my head at. So I'll let you know what's going on. So they bring that up, and that's what it is, because it's nothing that I know. Period. That's it. And I'm looking at the what you looking at?
I'm looking at you. Okay. Go ahead.
Girl, he's so used to her looking here, there, and everywhere. It's like, oh, you looking at me?
Because they put all them charges on that motion. So to me, they put all those units on the bottom that they're trying to say investigating it. Those are the units, are the charges. So those are the charges y'all talking about. Y'all gonna run together. So they got to figure out how they're gonna run all that together. None of that makes sense to me. That don't make sense to me. Damn, this little minute went by fast. Okay.
Time flies.
Yeah, it does.
When I'm visiting you.
Yeah, it does. Okay.
It goes fast when that door is so hard to open. Right.
Okay. So what I need from you is I gotta make sure you keep your health together and keep your motherfucking brain sharp. Not trying to defend 5 million people.
Fuck them people.
But I know, but see, here's the thing. It did get up on your skin for 5 minutes.
Right.
Yeah. But all that, what them folks talking about, them folks say they're not bringing no value. They're not. They think they devaluing it, but they really don't understand they bring more value. To me.
I'm gonna just remind her today to get those phone records.
Okay, here's another thing.
Gotta get that.
They're not doing that because they don't do that in the public defender's office.
Then I gotta do it.
What I'm trying to say is that I'm not getting no proper representation from them. I'm in here with them. Right now. Listen, it's a guy right now. I'm gonna say it real fast. It's a guy right now. He's been sitting here for 6 months, and he's an African guy. So I'm just looking and say, "Damn, you going to trial?" Yeah, I'm going to trial, man. I say, "Well, why?"
Remember we looked this up, the African guy who was over there in the damn nursing home, who was being creepy with a invalid patient, somebody who was basically bedridden. Okay. He was over there in the still of the night. And in these nursing homes and rehab facilities, some of those people are getting hellified nighttime medications. So they are off in La La Land somewhere trying to heal or, be comfortable for whatever ails them. Absolutely disgusting, right? And that he was in the creepy yoki unit, okay? This man was this African dude he's referring to. We talked about this. I'd have to find the episode because we're not going back to it. But we love to fact check Nesto. And we fact checked what was going on, and we got the whole deal on that guy, and he was actually, we saw his sentencing and everything. So I'll find the episode and run it back for you guys as a throwback this weekend. So it'll be the original reaction we did to this, and also a receipts check. Okay. And we got didn't we see the video and everything? There was like some sort of video in the facility showing him going into that person's room. Yeah, it could have been like a memory. Maybe he was on a memory care unit. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's awful. It's awful. Awful.
Did you get a plea? No. Then he finally told him what the fuck it was like. Then this motherfucker was in a fucking nursing home, one of the care places, and he was trying to fucking mute. Say they accused him of trying to fucking mute.
Nesto is such a classy guy. He look at her face. Look at the faces she makes. This is a grown woman who still makes faces. Look at this. What? It's like you don't even know which one to watch because they're both a damn train wreck.
A fucking mute. Say they accuse him of trying to fucking mute. And so I'm like, do you understand what the fuck? Did you get a bond? But guess what? He going to trial today, and they pull his ass out of here because when you go to trial, they send you back to Fulton County.
He a white boy or black boy?
He's a fucking African. He's an African. So what I'm saying, thank you. This shit is crazy. But he been in here 15 months. So he finally going to trial. So I don't know
going to
what's
trial
going
because I didn't do that. He said he didn't do that.
Yeah, that's what he said. I didn't do it, man. I didn't do it. But he was a fucking doctor. He was a doctor. And he ain't never been locked up. But he got a witness that he... Yeah,
it's a witness that said he did it?
Yeah, that he walked in on her.
That he walked in on them?
Yeah, on him doing it, trying to stick it in. Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, okay, so that could be too. If they beefing, it could be she lied on them too. Because sometimes people lie. You know, you're going through it now. People lie on people. If they didn't have no beef, if they had a good, work relationship, then okay. But if she got some type of animosity towards him, then she could be lying on him.
Anything can happen. Anything can happen.
Yeah, she could. Right, you got some females are some vicious ass bitches. When you push that right button, they could be. Yeah. It's cold in there.
Yeah, it's cold. It's cold, but I'm be all right. I'm warming up, looking at your lips. I'm good. So, yeah, I'm really not concerned about. I'm not concerned about the petty shit. So, don't bring the petty shit to me. Don't do it. I'm good on that.
He's so pretty.
What?
He's so pretty.
Yeah. So I'm fighting for my life right now. I'm fighting. This shit is so crazy right now.
I know.
Yeah.
I'll do what I can. So you said she not gonna get it? I might ask if they gonna flat out. I'll get it. If they don't get it, I'm gonna get it regardless because I need to get everything.
Yeah, they ain't saying that they ain't gonna get it. And how I got that?
She said she ain't gonna get it.
No, she never asked. I mean, I wrote her.
Love you. What?
I love you too. I wrote them.
Okay. Did she respond to you?
No, that's been a month.
I'm gonna call the girl today.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now, they don't do all that. And that's what Pinocchio
he ain't no better.
Told me to do that. Thank you.
He ain't no fucking better.
And when he read back, I said, man, them folks don't answer the phone. Why you want me to depend on that shit? Oh yeah, you know what? I ain't know that. I said that's.
So why didn't he write the letter?
No,
he ain't doing shit else for $35,000. He's in on the cases. He can write.
Yeah. Well, I'm not. I'm right now. I'm just trying to figure my shit out. But it's getting there. It's getting there. So we're gonna see.
I would have just wrote him a letter to get off my case and run me 15. I don't know how you gonna find it. You need to take a mortgage out because he's been in that house for over 20 years. He got some money in that house. Go pull a mortgage on your house and run me $15,000 of my money.
How does she? Which I know how she knows these things because she's obviously searching public records. But if there was ever a pocket watching trickster out here, is this chick. Trust and believe she's sitting out here looking and seeing what people have. There's nothing worse than somebody who doesn't know how to go get their own bag. Get your own fucking bag, okay? Stop looking to make your fortune off of other people's bags. Like at the end of the day, find your own shit to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? She's mad because she couldn't make it on the internet. She's mad that other people could make a bag off of her story. She couldn't even make a bag off her story. Because, I mean, it does require some intelligence. Even if you're telling a dumb person's story, you still got to have some intelligence about it. Okay? SONYA is so bitter and she's such a pocket watcher. Stop being such a pocket watcher.
Money back so I can get a real attorney, because you're going to lose more money.
Thank you for watching.
Jesus. Okay, guys, we're going to go over to Rice Street because I know you guys want to talk about that. This is some big news. So let's go ahead and talk about it. There was I have to pull up the report. It's like 150 pages. I might breeze through it and find the most important parts, but the Department of Justice, hold on a second. All right, I'm gonna pull it up. Let me get the video pulled up first, and then bye Nesto. See you later. Bye Nesto. Okay, let me see. Where is my girl? Fulton County has been called to account. Fulton County is on the chopper today. They are on the chopping block. Okay. Fulton County is in shambles. Basically, I'm going to sum up the report for you. Fulton County is in shambles. Do you hear me? They are in shambles. This is what I'm gonna say. Don't get arrested in Fulton County. Anyone who I'm gonna say it like this over here, and then I gotta go over to Love Lies and Lace Fronts because I know exactly who. There were a few people who put in on Hawaii 5-0. I've got some news for you. I don't have the videos yet, but I got other things. So I would like to actually make sure that you guys, the folk that contributed to the cause, get to make sure that they're here when this news drops. So I'm just kind of, if you have an interest in Hawaii 5-0 and you know what's Hawaii 5, then you don't just come over. A proud contributor is in the midst. I'm not going to highlight your name, but we see you, sis. Whoever's going to have to highlight, I don't tell my left hand about my right hand. Okay. But this was some tea that had to be this particular municipality, girl. If you need something in Honolulu, Hawaii, the police department is going to make you pay. Okay. All right. Girl, I'm gonna give you a little hint, which is gonna be telling every girl it's on some Strangler Bay. Baby. It's on some Strangler Bay. It came back. I had no idea that that's what it was, but that's what it was. There's pictures and everything. Girl, no. I'm only on page 15. 42 pages. Hold on. 42 pages. Yes. It was turned over. I'll say this too. It was turned over to the district attorney and they declined prosecution. And maybe it was because for lack of cooperation, because you know how these situations work. If one of the party in the couple is not willing to cooperate, then but it was on some Uh, and what may have fueled the situation was the word divorce. Okay. That's all I'm going to say. We are going to have, we will have it's not cute at all, but we wanted to get to the bottom of this information. And once we get that the body cam, I think is going to be a fool. So that's going to tell us everything. But and all throughout the report, all of the incident reports, you'll see the police officer stating body cam activated, body cam. So there was definitely, now I foresee there's going to be considerable redactions. So we might not be able to see certain things, but we will be able to hear certain things, right? Okay, let's pivot, guys. We are at that 1 hour and 45-minute mark. Let's go ahead and listen to the press conference. If anyone who is here right now sees this, I will probably separate this part out as a standalone video. I'm going to pull up the Department of Justice document. I'll drop the link to it. It's 150 pages. So if you want to peruse the document, feel free to do so. And also the Department of Justice to do a press release, but let's see what they had to say. Let's see what's going on here. It was very kind of giving urgent. I felt kind of stressed. I think sounds absolutely horrible, but for me, what I heard was you never want to be just stay on the right side of the law. You know what I mean? That way you don't have to worry about those problems. Maybe that's just easier said than done. I don't know. Anywho, let's see what's going on here. This is the Department of Justice makes an announcement in Atlanta. Okay, let's get into it. All right. If you hadn't seen this, I'll drop the link in the chat. It's posted on 11 Live. Let's hear what they had to say. This is a very important announcement regarding a place that we know very well. Atlanta is one of the beats that we cover. And apparently there's some opportunities there. Okay. There's some opportunities. And okay, let's hear about it.
For the Civil Rights Division at the U.S. Department of Justice. Joining me is Ryan Buchanan, U.S. Attorney for the Northern District of Georgia. The Justice Department has completed a comprehensive investigation into conditions at the Fulton County Jail here in Fulton County, Georgia. Our investigation finds longstanding unconstitutional, unlawful, and dangerous conditions that jeopardize the lives and well-being of the people held there. We cannot turn a blind eye to the inhumane, violent, and hazardous conditions that people are subjected to inside the Fulton County Jail. Detention in the Fulton County Jail has amounted to a death sentence for dozens of people who have been murdered or who died as a result of the atrocious conditions inside the facility. It's not just adults, but also young people who are subjected to conditions and treatment that violate the Constitution and defy federal law. Many people held in jails in our country have not been convicted. They are awaiting hearings, trial dates, or are serving short sentences for misdemeanors. We find that the Fulton County Jail does not adequately protect incarcerated people from violence, such as stabbing, sexual abuse, or even murder. Physical deficiencies in the environment, such as unlocked doors and large holes in the walls, permit and even facilitate the brutality. Incarcerated people use makeshift weapons built out of jail fixtures to attack others, including vulnerable people with mental health needs and 17-year-old young people. In 2023 alone, we identified 314 stabbings and more than 8,000 assaults. This rate of violence exceeds what we've seen in other cities across the country. The Fulton County Jail had as many stabbings in a single month as the Miami-Dade County Jail had all year. And that's a facility with 1.5 times more people. Since 2022, 6 people in the jail have lost their lives to violence. I'll walk through additional core findings set forth in the report that we're issuing today. Living conditions at the jail are hazardous and unsanitary. Housing units are flooded from broken toilets. Roaches, rodents, and pests abound. Standing water, exposed wiring, and vermin make living areas unsafe. The jail does not provide enough food, leaving people severely malnourished. The jail fails to provide constitutionally adequate medical and mental health care to people at the jail, exposing people to preventable bad outcomes, including injury, seriousness, illness, pain and suffering, mental health decline, and even death. The lack of security staff and failure to prioritize health services impede access to care. Medical emergencies do not receive appropriate medical responses. People at risk of suicide do not receive sufficient protection, and people with serious mental health needs do not receive adequate treatment. The jail uses solitary confinement.
Let me say this really quick. If you guys remember Erica King and her letter, we even heard Judge Manning kind of, when Bianca Calloway, who was Erica King's lawyer, talk about Rice Street and said it was deplorable, inhumane conditions and all of that. I mean, it's very sad, right? To people who are victims, they really, obviously they're not going to care that you bought yourself a ticket to be in that place by doing whatever you did. But it is heartbreaking to hear of such bad conditions. Me as a consumer or taxpayer, I just feel like, well, what are we paying for? You know what I'm saying? If we're paying for something, why isn't it at least up to par, right? So that's what kind of gets me, is that it's so bad. I'm not sure. Can you guys hear me? Press a 1. Anyway, we've heard about these deplorable conditions, so this should be no surprise. It is interesting hearing about it from a neutral party that is in a position to make this judgment, because oftentimes, some, prisoners will, or people will complain, and then they'll say, well, it's not as bad as they say it is, X, Y, and Z. If they're saying it's bad, this must be horrible. I can't imagine that this is even a good place to work. How are you finding top talent to work in law enforcement in such a nasty place? You know what I mean? Like, I would be afraid to bring something home to my family, right? If I worked in a place where you've got rodents and insects and all kinds of nastiness, you've got people who are hungry, that can make for even more volatile situation. It's one thing to have criminals, but it's one thing to have people who are hungry and around criminals all day. That could make the situation just even more dangerous. I mean, that's crazy, right? So just the basics, if you take care of the basics and have something clean where people can get adequate rest and they can, prepare for their trials, prepare for their due process, would make a difference. It's not good to hear. It really isn't. And the people of Georgia should be very disappointed at the fact of their hard work and you've got in the Capitol, such a busy jail that is in such ill repair and disregard to the community. It's a safety hazard, because now they're going to have to make decisions to let people out of jail who may not really need to be out of jail, just because they don't have the space so they can make the adequate adjustments to bring it to where it needs to be. So this is not good news for the people of Georgia or the people of Atlanta at all. It really is not. And it's going to cost more money, right?
also known as restrictive housing, in discriminatory and unconstitutional ways that expose people, particularly 17-year-olds and people with mental health disabilities, to risk of harm, including acute mental illness and self-injury. The jail uses lengthy confinement in restrictive housing as punishment without written explanation, which violates due process. As Georgia is one of only 4 states where the juvenile justice system's jurisdiction ends at 16, there are 17-year-old boys and girls also held at the jail. And these 17-year-old boys and girls are exposed to particular harm. The jail does not provide special educational services to 17-year-olds who are entitled to them under a federal law known as the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act. It fails to protect these children from violence, including sexual abuse, and it uses isolation to punish them, which both violates their rights and contradicts clear research that such isolation uniquely harms our young people. The jail staff also uses excessive force. This includes deploying tasers without reasonable cause. For example, detention officers tased a man after he said he felt like hurting himself and needed to see a mental health specialist. Such violations stem from understaffing, poor policies, and lack of training and supervisory failures. The summary that I have just shared is harrowing enough, but individual experiences are gut-wrenching. For example, LaShawn Thompson, a Black man with serious mental illness, entered the jail on low-level charges and was confined to the mental health housing unit. 3 months later, staff found him dead in his cell, infested with lice, and as a medical examiner concluded, neglected to death. Several months before that, another Black man with serious mental illness died after he stopped taking his medication. 2 more Black men with mental health disabilities were murdered by their cellmates. Weeks after we opened our investigation, 6 more Black men died at the jail. All of this is a racial justice issue. 91% of the people living in these abhorrent, unconstitutional conditions are Black, as compared to 45% of Fulton County's overall population. It's also important to note that the vast majority of the approximately 2,000 people held at the jail have not been convicted of a crime. They are awaiting hearings and have yet to be tried, many of them. There are also a significant number of people with mental health disabilities. During our investigation, we worked closely with correctional, medical, mental health, and educational experts. We physically inspected the jail and observed housing units. We visited medical and mental health service areas. We reviewed thousands of pages of documents and interviewed dozens of jail staff and leadership. And we listened to the people held inside the jail and their advocates and their family members. We thank officials for their cooperation, and we thank all of those who provided valuable information and whose advocacy predates this investigation. I'll note that officials have taken preliminary steps to improve conditions, but they simply are not enough. We hope our findings report sounds an alarm that will prompt the Fulton County Board of Commissioners and the Sheriff's Office to swiftly implement the comprehensive reforms necessary to ensure constitutional conditions going forward. At the end of the day, people do not abandon their civil and constitutional rights at the jailhouse door. Jails and prisons across the country must protect people from the kind of gross violations and unconstitutional conditions that we have uncovered here. I'll now turn the floor over to U.S. Attorney Buchanan.
Good afternoon. I'm Ryan Buchanan, and I'm the United States Attorney here in the Northern District of Georgia. 1974, Supreme Court Justice Thurgood Marshall wrote, "When the prison gates slam behind an inmate, He does not lose his human quality. His mind does not become closed to ideas. His yearning for self-respect does not end, nor is his quest for self-realization concluded. 50 years later, our comprehensive investigation into the conditions of confinement at the Fulton County Jail has, at its basic level, revealed that the men and women and young people who find themselves housed at the jail are often left to wonder whether their humanity remained intact once they crossed the threshold of the jail facilities. Whether at the main jail, which is known to many in our community as Rice Street, or at its annex facilities, people in custody in Fulton County who are accused of crimes or awaiting formal charges or trials must protect themselves from brutal physical attacks by other detainees, subjected to frequent excessive force, manage their well-being with inadequate food and unsanitary living conditions, and hope that they can find access to a strained medical and mental health care program. The most obvious casualties of the civil rights violations occurring in the jail are those who leave the jail in body bags. But our investigation has revealed hundreds more injured, traumatized, and dehumanized people, all of whom are just as deserving of the protections of the Constitution as all of us in this room. Since we announced our investigation in July of 2023, the United States Attorney's Office for the Northern District of Georgia and the Civil Rights Division of the Department of Justice have worked diligently to meet our shared mission: to advance the public safety, to uphold the rule of law, and to protect civil rights. There is no greater example of this mission at work than protecting and vindicating the rights of those who are under the custody and control of jail authorities, who themselves are duty-bound to protect the public and those in their custody. We began our investigation after LaShawn Thompson was found in his cell, neglected to death, covered in lice. But in the time since his death, several more young men detained in the jail have died, and many died violent deaths. Our investigation revealed unacceptably high incidents of assaults and stabbings. In some cases, most disturbingly, jail staff witnessed and allowed the attacks without intervention. 2023 alone, there were over 1,000 assaults and more than 300 stabbings in the Fulton County Jail. It outpaces the rate of similar assaults in other major city jails almost 2 to 1. Those numbers only reflect the reported attacks. Many detainees told our team that they explained that they feared for their safety. They were reported that they had been stabbed or assaulted. One such detainee was left untreated for multiple stab wounds for a week until our team alerted the jail of his injuries. Also unaccounted for in these disturbing numbers are numerous allegations of violent rape, sexual assault, and harassment. The crisis of violence in the Fulton County Jail has resulted in part because of the lack of effective classification and housing planning, which allows for extremely violent individuals and gang members to be housed with vulnerable and low-risk individuals. And particularly, vulnerable individuals are most subject to violence in the jail, including people with serious mental illness, gay and transgender detainees, and 17-year-olds. In addition, the Fulton County Jail employs too few guards relative to the number of detainees to keep people safe, and poor maintenance of basic fixtures allows violence to go unchecked. But numbers aside, jail staff are often unaware of violence because they conduct inadequate security rounds. We uncovered incidents where hours or even days passed before victims of assaults were discovered by staff. In one shocking case, while an officer sat in an observation tower, a man was killed with his hands and his feet bound, not found until his body was extremely cold. Additionally, hundreds of broken light fixtures and cell doors allow violent detainees to move about at will in the shadows, and sometimes through the very walls of the facility. Equally alarming, men and women in the Fulton County Jail also experience violence from the staff. Our investigation showed the crisis of violence, the lack of security at the Fulton County Jail is paired with staff that resort to the use of force too quickly and too often. We found that staff were regularly deploying tasers and pepper spray without any warning, and for minor rule infractions like failing to hang up a phone quickly enough, yelling, or not putting items away as instructed. The rampant use of tasers is particularly disturbing. The risk of cavalier deployment of tasers is not just the temporary pain of electrocution. Detainees have been hospitalized for serious injuries caused by probes that are embedded in sensitive parts of the body, like the neck and even in the bone. The excessive use of force in the jail is not confined to a few bad actors. Officers lack policy and training guidance on whether and when force is appropriate, and when officers cross the line, the jail rarely holds them to account.
Yeah, I mean, they were using temporary employees. Not to say that temporary employees are bad, but also just the fact that if there is a system in place because there's not enough labor to manage the jail, you've got people who are being trained by people who have started using this type of excessive force. So you have people coming in being trained on excessive force. Maybe at one time it was okay if you need to, if this like series of 3 things happen, you can use your weapon. There might be people who are just like, oh, sit down. Oh, you're not gonna sit down. Like, there may be people who actually may feel like their training now has been using their weapon. I mean, it's horrible. I know that there are people in there who are probably horrible people, but you know, the humanity, I mean, that's just not how you're supposed to treat people, even people who may be accused of horrible crimes. Um, it's bad. It's bad. It's unfortunate that it has had to come to this, but there has been talk about this for a long time, right? The sexual predators, it's the sexual predators on all of the predators in there, or all of the other criminals. So you go in there, you're arrested, and there it's like a feeding ground for them to be able to get what they want. It's awful.
In some cases, the policy is glaringly inconsistent with established use of force techniques. Written policies explicitly state that staff may deploy their tasers against suicidal or emotionally disturbed persons without any assessment of danger to themselves or to others. Staff are permitted to use force when a person interrupts their work, and the use of force reports and supervisor reviews bear this out. Supervisors rarely assess a need for the use of force if they do it at all. Perhaps most concerning, our investigation showed that even when the jail determines that an officer used excessive force, discipline is virtually non-existent. Those officers go back to their jobs to repeat the same conduct. Aside from the glaring risk of violence, detainees face the insidious threat of unsafe living conditions, constant exposure to rodents and pests, and an unsettling disregard for food safety. Detainees in the Fulton County Jail lack basic necessities like working toilets and sinks, and are exposed to flooding, standing water, mold, and what can only be described as filth. Pests carrying bacteria and disease not only run rampant in food preparation areas, but have infested the bodies of the people in the jail, people like LaShawn Thompson. Earlier this year, our team was evacuated from a housing unit in the jail because of a lice outbreak. Given the high incidence of violence in the jail, the need for adequate medical and mental health care is critical. But Fulton County Jail has failed to provide constitutionally adequate care to the men, women, and young people in the custody of Fulton County Jail in virtually all respects. For a time, because of the unsafe conditions in the jail, Fulton County's healthcare provider, NathCare, nearly terminated its contract to provide medical and mental health services for fear that their staff would become victims of the dangerous environment without proper security escorts. The lack of security left an entire floor of the jail without adequate access to care because it was simply too dangerous for the healthcare workers to go inside. Medication and treatment are often impeded by flooding in a unit, power outages, and the unavailability of officer escorts. This lack of care in the Fulton County Jail has led to at least 17.
Let me tell you something. I used to work for a healthcare staffing company. I used to hire like nurse practitioners, PAs. And we had a locum group. The locum tenens were the physician staffing, right? We did not handle jails or prison facilities, but I had some PAs and NPs who did some prison work, like in county jails and things like that. And it's hard enough to get medical professionals to go into a county jail like a Rice Street. You hear nightmares about that. It's hard to get people to service the prisons and county jail because it's very much giving not safe. And you don't necessarily go into medicine for it to be dangerous for you. I mean, sometimes there are things beyond your control in medicine, right? But if your population of people are dangerous, look how many people gave up the profession when COVID happened. Do you imagine, you want to serve a population, but the population is just not safe, and the systems are revolving around are not supportive enough to make you feel safe enough to do a shift? It's really bad, right?
Non-homicide, non-suicide deaths in 2022 and 2023, a rate that is more than twice the national average since 2019. A detainee who reported chest pain later died of a heart attack. Jail failed to assess a man for rapid weight loss before he died, much like LaShawn Thompson, who died after losing over 30 pounds in 3 months. These figures likely underreport the true death toll of people who were transported out of the jail to Grady Hospital and died outside of the jail walls. Someone dies in the jail, there's little or no effort by the jail to determine the root cause of their death. 75% of the people who have died in Fulton County Jail since 2021 had a current mental health diagnosis or a history of mental illness. Perhaps unsurprisingly, the mental health treatment options and suicide prevention practices are grossly inadequate in Fulton County Jail. Our team observed firsthand how custody staff deprioritize mental health issues and fail to respond appropriately to concerns. Requests for mental health treatment are delayed or ignored, and mental health staff are simply unable to provide the minimum standard of care for those who need it. Daily medication is often unavailable, and suicidal detainees are often isolated and locked in restrictive housing in lieu of treatment. And when people are released from the Fulton County Jail, they are frequently left without the medication needed to sustain their health, without notice to their families, and sometimes actively experiencing a mental health episode. This is not a recipe for ensuring the safety of these individuals upon release or the safety of our community, and it is constitutionally unacceptable. Finally, I'd like to speak about a population in the Fulton County Jail that many may not know exists, a population of 17-year-old boys and girls. All of the constitutional violations that I've discussed today apply with equal force to the young people housed at Rice Street and the annex facilities. The average stay of a 17-year-old in the Fulton County Jail is 392 days. In that time,
That's
they
awful.
are particularly and uniquely at risk for violence, lack of access to mental health care, risk of suicide while in isolation in restrictive housing. During the team's tour of the South Annex, they learned the boys there were held in their cells for 22 hours or more frequently. The girls housed at Rice Street fare no better. And to the extent that these young people require a kind of specialized educational programs that are called for by federal law, they are not getting them. In fact, no educational services of any kind are provided to the 17-year-old detainees in Fulton County. These young people deserve better. You see that our report lays out the bare minimum measures Fulton County Jail must take to comply with its obligations under the Constitution and federal law. We are appreciative of the cooperation of Fulton County Sheriff thus far, and we look forward to working with them going forward to remedy these civil rights violations in the weeks and months to come. The Northern District of Georgia prioritizes the protection and enforcement of civil rights for our district's most vulnerable residents. We are grateful for the impactful partnership for our colleagues from the Department of Justice's Civil Rights Division. We would not be here today without their collaboration. 2022, when I became U.S. Attorney, we formalized our tradition of civil rights work in this office. It's a tradition that dates back to the very first United States Attorney for the Northern District of Georgia. We did so by formally establishing a public integrity and civil rights section. This talented, dedicated team of assistant U.S. attorneys, investigators, paralegals, legal assistants, and even interns are to be commended for this work. This team is comprised of people who are citizens of this district, people who live in Fulton County and work every day in Fulton County. They have spent countless hours in the Fulton County Jail speaking with the men, women, and young people housed at the Fulton County Jail. I'm proud to be their colleague. I'm grateful for their relentless effort in upholding the rule of law, advancing the public safety, and protecting civil rights. That's our mission. We relish the opportunity to fight for the rule of law, for the safety of our citizens, and for the civil rights of every human being who lives in the Northern District of Georgia. We do so because our Constitution and our mission mandate equal justice under the law for everyone. Thank you.
Okay. I mean, let's make no mistake here. They don't have a choice. Fulton County, Labatt, the governor, the mayor, whomever, city commissioners, we know that Fani Willis has been, let me just give a little bit for Fani Willis right now too. Fani Willis has been quite vocal about Rice Street needing additional resources and much needed budget money that needed to go over to the jail to handle exactly what they're talking about right now. So I'm not saying that, look, it's Labatt and the city manager, it's the mayor, it's a lot of people, but there have been people who have been vocal that monies needed to be allocated to handle that jail for a long time. I don't know if there has been mismanagement of money or what's been going on, but this is not anything new. We've all, I mean, if you kind of are familiar even just a little bit with Fulton County, you know that this has been talked about for a long time. So now that the federal government has had to come in, then maybe they're going to do what they got to do. But there's a, you know, I mean, I hate to put it this way too and make it political, but there are people who don't like Fani Willis. There are people who don't like Fulton County. There are people in Georgia who don't like Atlanta. You know, I'm not familiar with all states' politics, but I know that some of the politicking that goes along in the state that I live in, which is in North Carolina, I live in a city that the rest of the state does not necessarily love. Okay. People in North Carolina do not love Charlotte. There might be a surprise to you guys. I don't know, but they don't necessarily love us here in Charlotte. And I don't know why. This has been an overall sentiment that I've known since I moved here. I love Charlotte personally, but I'm also wasn't born and raised here in North Carolina either. But in any case, I feel like it's a very similar, it's similar. And maybe people feel like there's just, all of the squeaky wheel gets the oil type thing. And I don't know. Also, it is definitely very much of a chocolate city, and it has the ability to turn elections and powerful and all of those things, right? There is a particular disdain for Fulton County. And because they don't like Fonnie Willis, how do you get people to look bad? You make them look bad by things happening on their watch. But the jail is not her business. That courthouse is her business, right? The commissioners are responsible. The sheriff is responsible. Okay? There's a lot more to this whole thing, right? So I don't know. I don't know how this is going to turn out. Hopefully they're going to get this thing together because people are suffering. And if the people of the, if the people who are housed in Rice Street or Fulton County jails are suffering, their families are suffering, and the victims are potentially not getting the justice that they deserve because you may have someone slip through the cracks because of a technicality, right? Girl, I got a headache too. Okay. Y'all, I put all of the links for everything in the description box. This is a link. I think I put another one there were a couple of articles posted on the Justice Department's website, basically their press release of what's going on. There's a 150-page report that has been issued. Oh, okay. Here it is. For your viewing pleasure, all of the things. I have linked that for you guys. You guys can go check this out. I feel like I linked it, but let me just do it one more time. I'll put it on Patreon too as a free post, okay? And you guys can, if you miss it, but it's in the description box, okay? If you're watching this, you want to go see this, it's in the description box. Sonya, you can go get your copy. Now you have something to talk to Nesto about and misquote and all of those things. Go ahead. Okay. Anyway, guys, let me let y'all go. We had such a beautiful time today. I enjoyed you guys so much. I will be back. And rest assured, look, this is when they had that shakedown. This is a mess. They got holes. Look, do you imagine somebody being able to slip out of the jail? I'm sure that's possible. I'm sure it's more possible than not. Okay. They probably aren't going to let us know how many escapes there have been, or attempted escapes, or guards that have been attacked, people stealing uniforms. All you need is one person to steal a uniform. And when is it that, look, you have a facility with thousands of people and hundreds of workers. When is it that the facility gets taken over, which that happened already when they had the fire? They've had riots in the jail. Okay. You can't treat people in an inhumane manner and expect for them to be submissive and comply when you are outnumbered on a daily. I mean, this is a bad situation. I would go work in that facility. You couldn't pay me. You couldn't pay me enough. Put it that way. You would have to pay me, but you could not pay me enough at all. So this is some sad news. Definitely an opportunity. We'll see what comes up of this. Anyway, guys, you guys are awesome. I will see you guys later. If you're not subscribed to Love Lies and Lace Fronts, I don't know what you're waiting for. Handle that business. And I will see you guys back a little bit later. I need to go check and see if my mailbox and see if I got some physical legal mail. Because y'all, we got a lot to get caught up on. Okay. But I have a report to read to you guys, and I will be in touch when it's all going down. Okay. I just want to finish reading through it so I can get myself super familiar with what I just got in my mail before I went live. Okay. Y'all take care. Have a good one. I will see you guys later. Okay. Have a good one. I'll be back.